thought you forgot me, but my Bible they brought me, and the wind says, do what you wanna do. Well, I was lost till you seeked me, now I'm found, will you keep me? And the sun says, I'm in love with you. And the nurse says I'm better, guess my heart heard your letter. Soon I'll be coming home to you. Yes, I'll get out tomorrow, there'll be joy, no sorrow. And the sun says I'm in love with you. Lord, I love you completely, and I don't mean it meekly. And the wind says, do what you wanna do. Let's go play in the heavens, this old body I'm shedding. And the sun says, I'm in love with you. And the nurse says I'm better, guess my heart heard your letter. Soon I'll be coming home to you. Yes, I'll get out tomorrow, there'll be joy, no sorrow. And the sun says I'm in love with you. Yes, they tell me I'm dying, but inside I'm smiling. The wind says, do what you want to do. And they'll put me in a coffin, but by noon I'll be golfing. And the sun says, I'm in love with you. And the nurse winks, I'm better, guess my heart heard your letter. And soon I'll be coming home to you. Yes, I'll get out tomorrow, there'll be joy, no sorrow. And the sun says, I'm in love. And the nurse winks, I'm better, guess my heart heard your letter. Soon I'll be coming home to you. Yes, I'll get out tomorrow, there'll be joy, no sorrow. And the sun says, I'm in love with you. I'm 31, over 10 feet tall, 12,000 pounds, ain't scared of nothing at all. My name is Luke, I'm the lucky one. I live with people that I call my friends, and it's safe here. Yeah, it's safe here. But for all my brothers and all my sisters back in the homeland, it's just fear and disaster. So can you help me? Can you please speak for me and get a message to this crazy insanity? So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made, except the animal in man. Except the animal in man. Our tusks are strong, they're what we need, but all you wanna do is take our seed. My wife and kids, I keep them close to me, but it doesn't matter, you still make them bleed. You hunt them down, hack off their face, all in the name of your ivory trade, all in the name of the human race, all in the name of the human race. But for all my brothers and all my sisters back in the homeland, it's just fear and disaster. So can you help me? Can you please speak for me and get a message to this crazy insanity? So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made, except the animal in man. So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made, except the animal in man. Except the animal in man. I can't believe this feeling that you give to me. The way it feels inside, the way it humbles me. The way it makes me smile, the way it sets me free. I'm laughing out loud and I really don't care who sees. And I want you to know I wanna be your very best friend. And I want you to know I'm gonna stay all the way to the end. And I need you to know I'm gonna be here when you fail. And I need to me. The way it feels inside, the way it humbles me.
Joe Exotic TV is a licensed member of the U.S. Press Association. All video footage is owned and played by White Monkey Productions. Some scenes may be reenacted or recreated, dramatized, or made up for purposes of entertainment only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JoeExotic.tv. And Merry Christmas to everybody around the world. And let me tell you, we have so much video from today. It's going to take these guys all day tomorrow to edit it so we can play it tomorrow night. But we have had the funnest and most fabulous day. Thank God gave us a 70-degree day with no wind. It was perfect. People drove all the way from Mississippi just for today. And boy, did we have a blast. There was probably close to 300 people through the zoo all day long. It was great. It was great. We had a hell of a crowd, cooked a hell of a dinner, burned up a hell of a stove. Yep, brand new cook stove. Caught on fire at 4 o'clock this morning. But anyway, we saved the turkey. So, coming up first, ladies and gentlemen, video message number 76. Hi, my name is Joseph Maldonado, otherwise known as Joe Exotic, and I'm running for presidential candidacy of 2016. Today's video message is going out to our local sheriff, Sheriff Rhodes, here in Garvin County, Oklahoma, along with a couple other sheriffs here in Oklahoma. First of all, I'd like to commend you for being able to get on the news and welcome any person that lawfully lives in America to be able to have the right to bear arms. You know, people that lawfully live in America hold that a very sacred right to be able to bear arms. It's one of our constitutional rights, and we can be responsible enough to do that. But I'd like to say thank you very much for believing in the American people enough to be able to allow us to carry a firearm and be responsible for it. So kudos to you, Sheriff Rhodes, and the rest of the sheriffs around Oklahoma that trust us enough to be professional enough and adult enough to be able to carry a firearm. So ladies and gentlemen, be sure and get on JoeExotic2016.com and let's finish taking some of our rights back here in America and stand behind the law enforcement officers that stand behind us. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. On the news, the last week, more and more sheriffs in Oklahoma are calling for citizens that carry or that have concealed handgun licenses. And here in Oklahoma, if you have a concealed handgun license, you can open carry. January the 1st, Texas's open carry law goes in effect, so you can go from state to state. And more Oklahoma sheriffs are pleading to the public to start carrying guns, because their theory is no terrorist is going to come into a community where everybody's armed. They're going to go into communities where they're not. And that's one thing that the politicians really need to consider. Coming up next is the radio show from KBLP the other day, live in Lindsay, Oklahoma.
We are joined here in the studio today from the GW Zoo in Wynnewood. Joe Exotic is back with us here this morning to talk about a big event coming up for Christmas, their annual Christmas Day dinner. We're going to talk about that. We have some other things to talk about as well with Joe. But first of all, Joe, good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be back.
Good to see you again. How have things been in your world?
Busy.
Kind of busy? Really?
Not that I didn't ask for all this, but let me tell you, it's a little bit been added to my plate this time around.
Well, we're going to talk about some of those things coming up here in just a little bit. But first of all, we want to talk about what's going on over at GW Zoo for Christmas. We were talking a little bit about it off the air. You guys just had your annual Thanksgiving dinner over there.
Yes, sir.
And have a big crowd for that?
We had probably close to 70 people. It was raining like cats and dogs. But we had a decent crowd. And we've done this every Thanksgiving and every Christmas for 18 years now, where people that don't have family, that need a place to go to feel kind of welcome, or people that just don't like to go to their families' houses. Seems like every Christmas all ours done was sat around and griped and fought. So we provide a open atmosphere. People that can't afford to normally go to the zoo, the zoo's open for free on Christmas Day.
Okay.
And dinner served at 1 o'clock. And we're holding out for this El Nino weather to be nice this Christmas.
Hopefully. Well, I know a lot of our listeners have visited your zoo, and a lot of people know something about it. But for those maybe that don't or haven't been over there, tell us a little bit about the zoo. How first of all, how you got started, because I know that's a real it's a unique situation that led to the beginning and the creation of the zoo over there.
Well, back in 1997, me and my brother had a pet store in Arlington, Texas, and he was moving my sister from Arlington to Florida. Made it 40 miles, and a drunk semi-driver hit him. And he was on life support for 7 days. And when I shut the life support machine off, I just promised him that he wouldn't be another statistic of drunk drivers, So me and Mom and Dad, I sold the pet store. Mom and Dad got $140,000 insurance money from the wreck, and so we combined our money together, bought the property, started building the cages over there at Wynnewood. And, when I started this, I only had one deer.
That was it.
And today we got 187 tigers, close to 400 animals over there, yeah. But every cage on the zoo is built in memory of someone else that's been killed or died. And their loved ones have came and built big cages in honor of somebody that they've lost. So we call it a living memorial park,
right?
Because the animals get to live and honor people who passed away.
And it is a unique attraction for people to go see. I mean, if people that are used to maybe going to some of the bigger zoos in various cities, it's much different. You get a much closer experience, experience.
You're so close to them that they, the tigers have this thing that it's out of boredom, but they pee on customers through the fence. You're that close to them.
You're not going to get that at the Oklahoma City Zoo.
You are not going to get that anywhere else.
And the zoo is open every day of the year, right?
365 days a year. Yes, sir.
And free admission on Christmas.
Yes, and Thanksgiving.
Also.
And then Easter, we have a 10,000 egg Easter egg hunt.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, stays busy.
I can imagine. So the Christmas Day dinner, now what time does this start?
1 o'clock. Is the meal. The park opens at 9. You can come and go as you please, or you can stay all day.
Okay.
Look at the animals, take part in the shows that we put on for Christmas. And dinner will be served at 1 o'clock.
And this is open to anybody that wants to come out?
Anybody.
And this is on Christmas Day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's at the GW Zoo. It's right off I-35 there in Wynnewood. And you've been doing the Christmas Day dinner for how long, Joe?
18 years.
18 years. And how big a crowd do you usually expect?
If we have decent weather, we usually average close to 250 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
not bad at all.
So it's a pretty big deal. We're going to talk a little bit more about some other things here with Joe. Last time you were here, we talked a little bit about your music. And your music, I know, is something that you're really proud of. You have a CD and a video DVD available with your music. How did you get started with your music?
Well, yeah, believe it or not, in my younger days in high school, I was in choir and played a 12-string guitar. Never really thought about using that talent a whole lot until we started the zoo. And I found out that you can sit and talk to kids about saving the environment all day long.
Right.
And they get bored with it. So I incorporated magic into my message of traveling around and teaching people about the environment and our endangered species and stuff like that. And it's turned into a 2-hour show. So I needed something to break up the monotony. So I started singing and writing my music. And I've got another 11 songs and 8 more videos that'll be out next month. So I'll have my second album out. And every song that I do is about something or someone. So it's got a lot of meaning to it.
I Saw a Tiger is one that most people
I Saw a
probably
Tiger
feel
was
you're
the
familiar with.
second song I came out with. The first song was GW and Me, who is my brother, and kind of explains, the wreck and him being in the hospital and everything else. And then I came out with I Saw a Tiger, and that one kind of hit fast.
Yeah.
It's on MTV and CMT and everywhere else. But
There's a little bit of everything, a little something for everybody.
Yep.
A lot. It's country music based, but
correct. Yep. And
a couple of bluesy numbers and some other influences in there as well.
But I wrote a couple songs about some dying kids. I got an Alzheimer's song I called The Sun Says, and they're explaining Alzheimer's because my father has Alzheimer's. So, yes, I pride my music. I really do.
The song that you just mentioned there, The Sun Says, we're actually going to hear that here a little bit later on, and even
Cool.
that one's for your that one's
That
about
one
your
I
father.
wrote for my father, yes.
That's it's good stuff, and it's available. Where can people pick up your CD?
They can
DVD?
call the zoo over there, or you can get online at shoptigerking.com and order a CD off of there.
Okay, I think we might give away a couple of these later. We got some passes that we might also be giving away here if you want to come by. Do we have an animal coming over?
We do. We have a baby lion on his way.
We have a baby lion on the way to
If
the
you
radio
can hear
station.
us, come over to the station and get your picture taken with the baby lion and pick up a free CD and some pictures and some passes.
And you can come meet Joe as well. Joe, you had some big news just not too long ago that some people might have heard about, and I wouldn't be doing my job if we didn't talk a little bit about that news. So we're going to take a quick break. So hang on, we're going to be back more with Joe Exotic from the GW Zoo in Wynnewood, having their Christmas Day dinner coming up here in just a week from Friday over there in Wynnewood. So we'll be back with more here on Point of View right after we do this. We're back here on Point of View this morning, and our guest today is Joe Exotic from the GW Zoo in Wynnewood. You mentioned, Joe, when you started the park, how many years ago?
18.
18 years ago, you started with one deer.
One deer.
One
yeah.
deer. How did you come about getting into bringing tigers into the zoo?
Well, we started building our first row of cages, and I moved to Oklahoma from Texas with one pet red deer. And my dad, that was his first question was, where are you going to get the animals? And by the time we had the first row of cages done, we had a black bear and a mountain lion already dumped off in the barn. And, I didn't never started out as the tiger guy because,
Right.
I was going to open a zoo, a full-blown zoo. And we rescued our first tigers out of Ardmore, Oklahoma, out of a backyard that they abandoned when they moved. And from that day on, tigers have not quit coming in. And I'm up to 187 of them.
Wow. Do you do many rescue? Have any animals that are rescues these days, or do people that bring you animals, or they just can't take care of them? Or
Well, most of the rescues that we do nowadays. 10 years ago, we did a lot of private rescues from private homes. Now we're doing more sanctuary rescues from sanctuaries taking in too many
Right.
and not being able to afford it, and they just go belly up. So we actually sending a crew out tomorrow for 13 more tigers. Like I need 13 more tigers. They'll be coming in from a sanctuary in Colorado.
okay.
But in Oklahoma, you can't take in like skunks and foxes and native animals. They have to go to Noble Care up in Noble.
Right.
So we get all the exotics, and today there's not a whole lot of people that have private exotics.
Well, there's you.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You're-
They're adorable, but they grow up
Right. Well, Joe, people may have heard in the news or read on the internet not too long ago about your big news that you are entering the 2016 presidential election race. Tell me how this all started.
Tell you how crazy I am.
I was going to ask you, have you completely lost your mind?
I started out supporting Trump, and the more and more I got into it, the more I learned about Trump.
Learn things you might not want to know.
You bet. So I went to Columbus, Ohio, and that's where I released my first press release of running as president. And I went to the Trump convention that night, too, because he was in town as well. Mm-hmm. And, first of all, he lies about his numbers. He tweeted, the minute he left, he tweeted, there's 14,000 people. What a crowd. I bet there wasn't 2,000 people there. And most of them left before it was even over because you get tired of hearing how rich he is, how popular he thinks he is, and how he's going to kick 10 million people out of this country. Mm-hmm. First of all, we don't have 10 million American people that are going to go pick cherries and apples and stuff. So kicking 10 million Mexicans out of this country is not an option. Uh-huh. But the normal everyday working person, me and you, never are heard, never have a voice.
Right.
And most of America has even gave up on voting because they don't think that their vote even counts anymore.
Right.
Which everything is won by electoral votes anyway. But, we're already getting the message out there that the small people of this country is who makes up this country. Mm-hmm. It's not just the rich and the powerful. So I decided to throw it in the ring, and it took off a whole lot faster than I thought it would. I'm just hoping that I hold up to the pressure of traveling and doing everything that's required in order to get the numbers up.
Right, because you have to have your name out there, because obviously you probably, I'm assuming, don't have Donald Trump's money.
Correct.
And that's what the presidential election and all big time major elections have come down to.
Lots of money.
It's money.
Lots of money. And that's another issue of why I decided to run too. Because I still believe in grassroots organizations. Mm-hmm. And, in the 3-4 weeks that I've been officially in this race, we already have campaign offices in almost every state.
Wow.
And it's all done by volunteers. But, one question about having that much money, just like Hillary Clinton, $35 million was donated to her campaign from Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. What kind of promise did you have to make Saudi Arabia for $35 million?
Right. Makes you wonder.
It definitely makes you wonder. How was the American people sold out for that $35 million? Mm-hmm. So, money talks in politics, and unfortunately, it affects mine and your life.
Right.
And so, one thing that I want to really get rid of during this election, whether I get elected or whether or not I force them to listen to us, okay, is lobbyists. I hate lobbyists because they'll go and make campaign donations to senators and House representatives to pass a law that affects you, mm-hmm. okay, and you don't even get a voice.
Right.
And then we got to fix healthcare's a mess, and the tax and rich people different than normal class folk. All needs to come to a stop. We need to all pay the same taxes. But I have a pretty cool plan on how to provide free healthcare.
Okay. Is this something is there a place maybe people can go to check out your plan?
On joeexotic2016.com. Okay. Is my campaign website, and it shows what I support and what I don't support, on there, and there's a comment section where you can leave comments, and I'll actually address every comment on a live video. So far today, I'll make 67 videos straight. Okay. That I put out, and it's to show the people of America that even though I'm running for president, doesn't make me any better than you are. So I address every person's question.
Okay. what you're doing, I first of all, I admire that you're doing it, because there was once upon a time, way back whenever, when you're a kid and they say, what do you want to grow up to be? Well, I want to grow up to be president. And no one would laugh at you. But if I came out on the radio today on my morning show and I made the official announcement, I'm going to run for president, I'm going to get laughed out of the building, Joe, because I can't be president.
You know,
You can't be president.
Why? Why can't we?
Exactly. Why
can't
not?
we?
Why not? So I admire you for doing that. And as you said, even if you're not elected president, if you can get your word out, people can listen. If you can give people a voice, people like you and me and the guy down the street, and everybody else in small towns across America, we don't get hurt anymore.
No,
Joe,
we don't.
at
Not
all.
Not at all. And one thing that really aggravates me about politicians and the way they force laws upon you is most of the laws that they introduce, even here in Oklahoma, I fought a law last year, and the senator that sponsored the law didn't even read it. Okay? They've got themselves in such a cushiony job, and they accept so much money from lobbyists that it's not about the American people anymore. It's about how much money they can get.
Right. Well, I admire what you're doing. I mean, a lot of people complain and gripe about the way things are, me included, but very few times do any of us really do anything about it, because it takes work, it takes effort, it takes time, you lose sleep.
And they dig into your personal life, let me tell you.
Surely they wouldn't do that.
And that's one of the main things, though, when I first decided to do this, I put a video out there online. Pouring it all out there. My sexual preference, I'm not cutting my hair, I ain't wearing a suit, done drugs when I was younger. I put it all out there, so they had nothing to talk about.
Right.
And so far, I mean, I've been on a lot of news stations, and so far, not one question.
It's already out there.
It's already out there. Give it up.
There you go. Joe, again, website where people can go check out your campaign?
JoeExotic2016.com.
All right. Well, good luck.
I appreciate it.
One more time, though, we also want to remind people about the Christmas Day dinner at the GW Zoo in Wynnewood. Joe, you said the park opens Christmas Day. What time?
9 o'clock in the morning, and lunch is served at 1.
Okay, and it's free?
Free, absolutely free.
And everybody's invited to come by. Anything else going on you want to talk about?
I think it covers quite a bit of it.
Get it all in there? We're going to close the program with one of the songs from Joe's CD, and it is called The Sun Says. Remind us once again how this song came to be.
And I wrote it in reference to my father is really bad with Alzheimer's. And if any of you listeners out there have any grandparents or parents with Alzheimer's, I think this one will touch your heart.
Okay, well, it's called The Sun Says from Joe Exotic. Joe, thanks for coming over.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And we got a lion coming over
Baby
here.
lion's on his way.
Okay.
Should be here any minute.
So if anybody wants to bring their kids by and get a picture taken
You
or
bet.
anything like that, then come on by here at the radio station and you can check that out.
Been a long morning already. We started out at 6 o'clock this morning. First stop, KBLP Radio. Talking about the Christmas dinner down at the zoo, Christmas Day, presidential campaign, meeting a whole bunch of folks, and we're going to let them play the Baby Lion this morning. All right, you think you got a full day. That's kind of like what my day's filled with. Wait till you see tomorrow's videos of what all we pushed in today. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas from our house to yours. We're going to put politics aside for one day and spend Christmas with people that we don't know and people that don't have anywhere to go. First of all, I'd like to thank for everybody that pitched in and helped provide everything that we needed here at the GW Zoo in order to cook for 100 people today that don't have anywhere to go. And if you're one of them, ladies and gentlemen, the doors are open for free and dinner will be served at 1 o'clock. And it's all absolutely free. It's our way of giving back to the community and saying thanks for the support. over the year to help us take care of a whole bunch of animals that didn't have anywhere to go. So, from our house to yours, we'd like to say Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. From Joe Exotic, otherwise known as Joseph Maldonado, your president candidate for the year 2016. May God bless you, and you have a Merry Christmas.
There's a place for all of God's creatures, right next to the mashed potatoes and gravy. The Tiger Cafe for your family. Open 24 hours, 20 miles west of Baton Rouge, I-10, exit 139 in Gross Ted. This message brought to you by the Tiger Truck Stop Cafe and Tony the Truck Stop Tiger on behalf of innocent animal owners and victims of the animal rights movement. Remember what Tony says.
Animal rights activists taste like chicken.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and let me introduce myself. My name's Joseph Maldonado, otherwise known as Joe Exotic, and I'm running for the presidential candidate of 2016. The small people of this country have never had a voice, and it's about time I stand up and give you that voice that you've been looking for. There's one thing about animals. Animals know your character, or whether or not you're a good person or not. So if these animals, tigers and lions, can trust me, by God, you can too. So be sure and get on joeexotic2016.com and see what I'm all about. And finally, get behind somebody that's going to stand up for you. Mwah.
We are committing suicide today. I decided to climb in a cage with a full-grown lion. Just 'tis the season. Bah humbug. All we're gonna get's a lion's ass. I can't even get him to eat me. I'm either gonna make a Santa Claus out of a lion or I'm gonna die doing it.
All right, hey, coming up next, we had some girls here from Mississippi that were here during the summertime, and they have this thing called the pterodactyl dance. But anyway, we had so much fun today, I got into this pterodactyl dance thing. So here's about 30 minutes of us, 30 seconds of us doing the pterodactyl dance. All right, one time only.
Here we go! Do you remember how to do it?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Joe for president.
Yeah.
This will never be a boring world. All right, well, we'll be right back after Animals and Friends.
My angel don't fly yet. Caught on the ground, unable to climb. She waits for the wind, she waits for her time. When my angel can fly. Woke up this morning with the sunshine in my
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. It's been a long day. Started at 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm ready to go to bed. But anyway, hey, get on Facebook between now and tomorrow and share some of those videos and that donation link, because remember, I can't do this alone, and if I have to, I will. But when it comes time to fight for your rights, remember how much you gave in there and how much you helped. At least hit the share button and get your friends to hit the share button. So, with all that in mind, we've had a day of our lifetime. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Do whatever you got to do. Travel safe. Get home alive. And while you're on the highway, watch the other person. All right? We'll see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time here on JoeExotic.tv. Remember my motto, I love each and every one of you.